When your dog brings you toys, do you actually know what that means? You probably think it's just play. Maybe they're bored. Maybe they want attention. But behind that simple, happy gesture, there's something deeper that most dog owners completely miss. It's one of the most instinctive and emotional things your dog can do. And if you misunderstand it, which most owners do, you might miss a powerful moment of connection your dog is offering you. Let's start with what this behavior really means. 1. It's not just play, it's an offer. Your dog walks up to you, tail wagging, eyes soft, toy in their mouth. Most people think it's about play. They just want me to throw it. But here's what's actually happening. Your dog isn't just asking for a game. They're offering something. In the wild, resources matter. Food, objects, even prey. These things are valuable. And when a dog chooses to bring something valuable to you, that's not random. It's a gesture. Emotionally, it means I trust you with what matters to me. Think about that for a second. Dogs don't casually give away resources, especially not to someone they don't trust. So when your dog places a toy at your feet, they're not just being playful. They're including you. They're treating you like part of their inner circle. And this is where most owners get it wrong. They see a game. Your dog sees a connection. 2. The science of sharing. Let's take this a step deeper. A 2017 study from animal behavior researchers studying domestic dogs found that dogs are more likely to share objects and initiate interaction with humans they have a strong bond with. But what matters is this. Your dog isn't just reacting. They're choosing you. Here's what's actually happening when your dog brings you a toy. Their brain is activating the same social pathways used in bonding and cooperation. This isn't just instinct, it's relationship-driven behavior. In simple terms, they're not just playing with you, they're connecting with you. Emotionally, this behavior says, you're safe, you're mine, and I want to engage with you. Think about that for a second. Out of everyone in the room, they walk past others, they ignore distractions, and they come to you. That's not coincidence. That's selection. And here's where it gets even deeper. Dogs evolved alongside humans for thousands of years. They didn't just learn to live with us. They learned to bond with us. So, when your dog brings you a toy, they're not acting like a pet. They're acting like a partner. 3. The scent and the safe base. Now here's what most people don't realize. Your scent is everything to your dog. A 2021 study from the University of Helsinki found that dogs can recognize their owner's scent even when it's hidden, and they show signs of comfort and positive emotion when they do. But what matters is this. Your dog doesn't just recognize you. They rely on you. Here's what's actually happening. When your dog carries a toy to you, that toy often carries their scent. And by bringing it to you, they're mixing their world with yours. It's a form of bonding. Emotionally, it means this is mine and I want it to be ours. Think about that for a second. Dogs don't see relationships the way humans do. They build them through proximity, through scent, through shared experiences. So when your dog brings you something they've been chewing, holding, or sleeping with, they're not being random. They're building a shared identity. And in their mind, you're not just their owner. You're their safe base, their pack. And hey, if this makes sense to you, hit like and subscribe. It helps us reach more dog owners who actually want to understand what their dog is really saying. 4. The hunter instinct still lives on. Now let's go back even further. Before your dog had squeaky toys, their ancestors had prey. Here's what's actually happening. Dogs are natural hunters. Even the smallest breeds carry that instinct deep inside, chasing, catching, carrying, presenting. These are all parts of the hunting sequence. But here's the part most people miss. In a pack, hunting isn't always a solo act. It's shared. Think about that for a second. When a wolf catches something, they don't always keep it. They bring it back. They share it with the pack. So when your dog brings you a toy, they're replaying that ancient behavior. Emotionally, it means I've got something valuable and I am bringing it to you. That's not just instinct. That's inclusion. And here's where it gets even deeper. Your dog doesn't see you as separate from their world. They see you inside it. So next time your dog drops a toy at your feet, remember, you're not just being invited to play. You are being included in something much older. 5. They don't do this with everyone. Now ask yourself this. Does your dog bring toys to everyone or just to you? Here's what's actually happening. Dogs are selective with this behavior. They might play with others. They might interact casually, but bring a toy, that's different. That's intentional. Emotionally, it means you matter more. Think about that for a second. Your dog is choosing who gets access to their attention, their energy, and even their prized objects. That's not random affection. That's targeted trust. And this is where most owners underestimate their role to your dog. You're not just someone who feeds them. You're the one they choose to engage with, the one they feel safe sharing with. And that makes this behavior personal. 6. The real message behind the toy. So let's bring it all together. Your dog walks up to you, drops a toy, looks at you. What are they really saying? Here's what's actually happening. They're not just asking for a game. They're saying, I trust you. I feel safe with you. I want to connect with you. Think about that for a second. In a world where your dog relies on instinct more than words, this is one of the clearest signals they can give. And here's where it becomes powerful. Because you have a choice in that moment. You can ignore it. You can brush it off. Or you can respond. And when you do, when you engage, even briefly, you reinforce that bond. You tell your dog, I see you too. And that's something they never forget. 7. When the behavior disappears. Now, here's something important most people overlook. What if your dog suddenly stops bringing you toys? Here's what's actually happening. A change in this behavior can signal something deeper. It could be stress. It could be emotional distance. It could even be health related. Think about that for a second. Dogs don't just change habits randomly. If something meaningful disappears, there's usually a reason. Emotionally, it might mean, I don't feel the same connection right now. And that's not something to ignore, because this small behavior is actually a window into how your dog feels about you. So when your dog brings you toys, what does it really mean? It's not just play. It's not just boredom. That's not a random habit. That's trust. That's instinct. That's connection. And that behavior, it was never small to your dog. And it shouldn't be small to you either.